We offer customized, flexible nutritional counseling designed specifically for you. We work with diverse clientele of all different ages, different needs, and goals. Whether you are looking for fat loss, muscle gain, body composition shifts, improved health, performance, and endurance, we're here to help.
I have the privilege of having my first IFBB professional wellness girl all the way from the UK, Mel Maguire. How you doing, Mel?
Hello. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I really appreciate you doing this. You're my first wellness girl. You're actually the one and only wellness bikini figure and physique girl that ever returned my Instagram message.
Well, I'm privileged to be invited. So yeah, obviously I was going to take up the opportunity.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So how long have you been a pro in wellness? Did you turn pro as wellness?
Yeah. So it was 2020 that I turned pro.
Okay. And what show was that you turned pro?
I did the Ben Weider in London.
Okay. All
Watford,
right.
I think it was, yeah.
And you
No, not Watford, Lee Valley.
Okay. So you did the Ben Weider in 2020, and that's a national level show. And did you win your division, or you won the whole thing, or how did it work?
Well, the thing is, it was a little bit of a strange year because of COVID.
Yeah.
So originally that year, I planned that show was supposed to be in March. I did a regional in March, but then I didn't get to do the other show got cancelled because of COVID.
Yeah, it was a crazy year.
So we was in lockdown. There wasn't any shows until September. I was still prepping. Luckily, I had access to a gym still, so it was all right for me. But obviously, a lot of athletes weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
I did the British final. Didn't get the result. That was for a pro card as well. I wasn't good enough that show. And then a month later, I came back and did the original show that was planned for March. And then, that's when the pro win happened.
Oh, very nice. Congratulations. And have you
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have you done a pro show yet?
No, I haven't done one yet. I'm preparing for this year.
What show?
November.
What show are you going to do?
I'm planning on doing Spain, the Big Man Weekend.
Oh,
in
okay.
Alicante.
Yeah. That's a good show. Because
it looks amazing.
Last year, the Italian kid won. I forgot his name. The Open. I follow the bodybuilding, but the Italian guy won. And the year before that, in 2020, I think James Hollingshead won that show, right? Yeah, he won the Portuguese Pro, which is the big, yeah. Oh, he's a fellow country. So for people that don't know, let me break it down. I'm going to talk to my seven subscribers,
hello, 7 subscribers.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to my 7 subscribers as if they don't know anything about women's divisions in bodybuilding. So at the bottom, well, it's at the bottom. It's the most common is bikini.
Yeah.
Then you go up to figure, and then they slipped wellness in there in when 2020 or 2019. I don't remember the first one.
I first competed in wellness. There was a federation called UKBFF that I originally done in 2018.
Okay. So they had a wellness in 2018.
I don't think for IFBB. I think that's not UK wise. I think that was 2009. Yeah, that was 2019.
Yeah,
that
19.
Was the first year I went for. They didn't have a pro card though. In the UK for that. They had the division, no pro card.
Okay. So then they snuck wellness in there, which is the newest one. And then they have I said bikini, figure, wellness. Then they have physique, which is like small bodybuilding. And then they have my favorite, because I'm a bodybuilding fan, is women's bodybuilding. And then they have this thing I don't know where you want to put it. It's called fitness. And it's really talented girls. And there's not many that do it. They are really, it's very athletic and acrobatic and a lot of costumes and a lot of flips and athleticism. It's really, really fun to watch. So, okay, I'm going to let you break down what the difference is between wellness and the rest of them, because you are the pro and I want you to do it. All right.
Well, I thought it went bikini, wellness, then figure, but
yeah, you're probably right. I just put wellness before physique because it's the it's the newest one. But you're probably right. It's probably bikini then wellness.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's just a more developed lower body. So bigger glutes, quads, hams, calves.
Yeah.
And then the upper body is smaller, but you still got to have like cap shoulders. You still got to train upper body, but just not. You don't want the X frame like that you do in bikini, and obviously figure, they're even bigger up top. So yeah,
it's basically figure with great legs and a giant caboose. That's really what it is. So let's be real. It is figure with a big ass, a muscular big ass, and great legs. That's for the most part. Who doesn't
want that?
And yeah. So personally, I think what's happening is they're basically just, I think what's happening is they are putting a division in for every single body type that just is willing to compete. They go, okay, like too many girls were getting like, points taken away for a big ass and bikini, and they're like, all right.
Yeah.
And legs too big and figure, and they're like, all right, well, let's just make a division for girls with a giant butt and and like, fuck it. All right, good.
And now everyone wants to do it.
I know everyone wants to do it. I know.
People from figure want to come down. People from bikini want to go up. So
well, at least you have to have some muscle development. So what I mean by that is like, all right, when you go to a local show, I don't have to tell you. I've competed in local shows. I was never good enough to do a national level show. I just was never big enough. And I would only do bodybuilding, right? But when you go to a local show, the two biggest categories is bikini and men's physique, because every person thinks that they could do it, right? Every girl that looks good in a bikini thinks they could do it. And every guy with abs thinks that they could do it. And then they get there and they get their ass handed to them and they realize that it's tougher than they think it is, right? Because it's true. I mean, and there's always like maybe a handful of bodybuilders, and there's like 2 physique girls, and there's almost no bodybuilding girls or fitness girls. So you get like, to the bigger local shows and the national level shows. And at least wellness has girls that are well-developed legs and shoulders and so on and so forth. So do you think that other categories are suffering when new categories take off? So like, for example, men's classic physique is taking off and men's physique is suffering from it. So do you think the same thing is happening with women?
I do think that wellness is taking over, but like you say, for like how people treat bikini and men's physique, that they think anyone can kind of do it. I think a lot of people think they can do wellness, but I don't know what it's like over there, but over here, I still feel like they're trying to establish the criteria a little bit.
Yes.
Because people just think big legs, small upper body, but it's got to be, you still got to have some kind of symmetry, and it has to be muscle and not just like fat to have a bigger lower body.
Yeah, it has to be lean, hard muscle. Absolutely.
Yeah, which obviously, if you've only just started out in bodybuilding, you're not going to have that density straight away, especially if you're quite young as well. It's going to take time to build that muscle up. So but I do think I do feel like it's a very big category to have come into the bodybuilding game, because if you are a bikini athlete and you do like training legs and you are getting too big for the category, at least you have other like avenues to explore. So
absolutely. No, I agree. I think figure is going to take a hit, because figure has taken a hit since physique came out, and then I think bikini is going to take a little bit of a hit, because let's face it, most girls that work out have, thick lower bodies. They have, right. They have butts and legs, when they squat. And in bikini, you have to like basically big like 100 pounds and 5'10". It's ridiculous. It's like, I don't know
they
how
are muscly though. They do hold a lot of muscle, bikini girls. But
you think so? Really? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe for bikini girls.
They do. I mean, if you're competing in the pro league, I mean, obviously,
guess, yeah.
But again, I don't know what it's like over there, but regional, like the amateur level.
It's
sometimes.
the same. Yeah, it's the same crap. It really is. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like you see the bikini girls, and they have some glute tie-ins and everything. It's so like, I don't know if you watched the Arnold Classic last night, but I was watching it, and it was. The commentators were Dennis James, Fuad Abiad. I forgot. I think I don't remember the bikini girl name. I think she was the bikini Olympia winner. And then somebody else, some doof. I have no idea who he was, right? And Dennis James was like, I don't know. You could literally jumble the top 5 up in bikini, and
They all. I don't understand how they judge, because every single girl looks completely different to me. So I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know either. They all, but at least with wellness, there is some muscularity that you have to judge,
Yeah.
And you see, I was thrown off a little bit because I think you're right. I think because the girl who won was, if I can, I'm not going to kill her name, Piera Nunez.
Issa. Yeah, I just call it Issa, but
Issa. Okay. Yeah. And the girl who came in second, I thought was going to win because her butt was huge. So
Angela.
Angela Borges or whatever.
Yeah.
Like literally, she could knock out the left side of the auditorium. And I was like, oh, there's your winner. But no, apparently not. It's not the biggest butt. It's I guess the butt has to be symmetrical with the legs as well.
Yeah,
right?
They're looking for, that's what I mean. Like they're looking for loads of things. It's not just, big butt, big quads, big. Mm. There is some kind of symmetry that has to go on.
Okay. So now I have
but also, I'm not sure if her butt is even real.
No, it definitely is. It's impossible. Did you see how it's huge? It's it's enormous.
Maybe that's why she didn't get top, because
she got second.
There's something going on with it. Everyone's talking about that. They have been for a while. So I think that might be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of girls. I don't know in England, but I think so in the UK. But in the States, Brazilian butt lifts and the implants, they're getting more and more popular. And I mean, listen, I love women with curves, so I don't care. Go crazy. Go get your operations. Don't bother me none, But yeah, it's very, very popular. And I don't. If bikini girls could have fake boobs, right? Then I guess you could have a fake butt and wellness. I don't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Work for that.
Okay, all right. Forget
3 more leg days. Work for it.
Oh, all right. Never mind then. All right, Angela. Angela, you're screwed, right? That's her name, Angela? Yeah. All right. So what kind of glute exercises do you do? And do you do it every day? Because there seems to be this.
No.
I didn't think so. There are girls in the gym. I just came from the gym, actually. And I ran home, and this is my protein shake I'm finishing, right? And there's girls in the gym that do literally every time I see them, they're doing glutes and legs and so on and so forth, and they're trying to grow their glutes. And I would assume that it's just like any other muscle, right? It needs to rest and it needs to heal and so on and so forth. So what's your butt exercise protocol like?
So on my training plan, I'm training glutes. Probably, I think it works out twice a week. My split is over like 9 days. So the more I've done this, the more rest I have, because I'll be honest, when I first started out, I was training a lot and I wasn't resting as much. But as you get into this more, especially when you start getting stronger and like you're lifting like ridiculously heavy weights, you need the recovery, like you need the rest days. So for me, it works out well, because I'll like do a leg day, I'll rest. I'll do an upper body day, I'll rest. Even though there's quite a lot of even though it's frequency, there's still a lot of recovery as well at the same time. That just works for me. I mean, some people, I used to train legs 4 times a week, but I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I always train legs once a week.
As hard then, but
yeah. I always, if I was a girl, I would definitely be a wellness girl because I have great legs and a big butt, and my lower body is a lot bigger than my upper body. So what kind of movements do you do to grow?
So on a typical training day, it would be like obviously hip thrusts. That's a staple movement.
That's right.
Yeah. I would do laying hamstrings. I would do seated hamstrings. I would do Romanian deadlifts. I would do kickbacks.
Okay.
Cable kickbacks. I would do. What else would I do? I think
walking lunges. No.
I don't actually. No, I don't do them.
No. Okay.
No, I used to. I think that's all I can think of at the top of my head.
What do they call that machine that you sit in and it?
Oh yeah, sorry, abductor.
Right.
Abductor as well.
Yeah. Who do you think has the better accent, me or you?
Me, obviously.
Obviously, I know my accent is fucking horrible. Do you know how long it took me to get used to listening to my act? The first few episodes I did when I started my podcast 2 years ago, I couldn't even listen to my voice. I'm like, that is horrible.
I don't know. No one likes their own voice, though. I have to speak on Instagram, and I don't like listening to my voice either.
Yeah. It's
no one likes the sound of their own voice.
You're right. I guess maybe unless you're like, some fucking opera singer or something. But I know. I interviewed my mother one time. I interviewed my mother twice. My mother's 86 years old, and my ethnicity is I'm American, obviously, but I'm Italian. My grandparents are from Italy, and my mother has that typical. I don't know if you've watched The Sopranos or Goodfellas or any of those shows or movies.
I think I've seen it a long time ago.
Yeah,
it rings a bell.
All right. Well, did you watch that show Peaky Blinders?
No.
Really? They film it in anyway.
I don't watch a lot of TV, I'll be honest with you. I'm in the gym.
Yeah. Anyway, my mother has that typical, and me too, but my mother's even worse, that typical old Brooklyn accent, and it just slices right through you. It's like, dear God, lady, it's unbelievable. But she could tell you about like things that happened, almost, 100 years ago, but it was pretty interesting. But, I am a big fan of some UK shows. I know I'm getting off topic, but I don't care. I'm a big fan of some UK shows and some UK actors. Like my favorite actor is Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
Yeah, I hate his last couple of movies though. Sucked. I mean, when he did the Venom. I'm not a big Venom. I'm not a big, superhero guy. And then I like Christian Bale, and I love the show Peaky Blinders. I think that's a great show. And just like
I've never seen it, but I've heard the hype about it. I've never seen it though.
You would definitely like Peaky Blinders. It's really good. It's definitely good. It's definitely
all right. When I got some free time, I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So did you see the results of the rest of the Arnold Classic?
What, the wellness?
No, the rest of the Arnold, the Open.
Oh, other results. I saw the bodybuilding because Samson, Yes,
I interviewed Samson.
Oh, he's a legend.
Yeah,
I see him. He was in the gym that I trained in a couple of weeks back.
Yeah,
he done it some posing, and like honestly, everyone that was in there watching, their jaws would just drop to the floor. He was like insane.
Yeah,
he was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like he's the loveliest guy as well. So
yeah,
he deserved it.
Yeah, he came in fourth, and I'm a big fan of his, not because he did my show, but because he looks phenomenal. I don't know if you follow the Open much, but he reminds me of Sean Roden in like 2012. Sean Roden just passed away recently.
And
he was that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the 2000.
I don't know what he looks like, but I don't know.
2000.
Back then,
he won Mr. Olympia in 2018, right? Yeah, 18. I think 18. And in 2012, everybody was saying if this guy just puts on 10 more pounds of muscle, he could be Mr. Olympia. And that's exactly what happened. And I feel like Samson is that same guy. Like, my God.
People are saying that though. They're saying if you can just.
And he can. He's got great trainer and he's got great genetics. I mean, he looked phenomenal. It was just ridiculous. He came in fourth. He looked great. He deserved it.
Definitely.
Yeah, he definitely deserved it. What'd you think of 1 and 2, Brandon Curry and William Bonac? Did you take a look at those?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people thought William Bonac should have won.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I think he should have won too. But I mean, I don't know. Listen, whatever. Brandon has a beautiful physique, but so Samson Dowda is in your gym, and did you get all like crazy? Oh my God, it's Samson Dowda. You did.
The gym I train in, Evolve Fitness in Eastwood. Chris Jones, also another legend. He is good friends with Samson, has been for like a very long time. When he first started out in bodybuilding, he started training him originally. So he comes down and trains with Chris because he was helping him bring his back up for the Arnold show. So he was in there quite a lot, but I wasn't in there at the same time until the other Saturday, and oh my God, honestly, it was crazy. Yeah, absolutely insane. He can't even comprehend.
He actually should be coming back. I messaged him before the Arnold, and I told him win the Arnold first, and then you do a show. You come back and I interview you. But I'm a big fan of his, one, because he's a great bodybuilder, but two, he was one of the first elite bodybuilders that did my podcast. And then after him is when I started getting like Branch Warren and Johnny Jackson and Brian Dobson and Paul Lazan and who else? I mean, Akeem Williams and Sean Clarita. But he was the first one that did it for me. And he kind of opened the door for me. Yeah,
nice guy.
Yeah, he really is. But I got to ask you something. So I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. The gym I go to 2 different gyms. There's one gym that I go to. There's 3 pros. There's 3 open pros. Well, there's 2 open pros and there's 2 12s. So Sean Clarita goes to the gym.
He goes to your gym?
Yeah. He's been on. I interviewed him twice. Akeem Williams goes to my gym, and Justin Rodriguez goes to my gym. And then there's a few other pros, like a couple of girls.
Wow, that's amazing.
A couple of girls. Yeah. There's been a shift from West Coast to East Coast in the States, where a lot more of the pros are coming from the East Coast. It used to be in California and Gold's Gym, and there's been a shift, and a lot of them are coming from the East Coast. But anyway, and then there are the regular guys like me. Like, we're not pros. We just kind of like go to the gym and work out, and we like to work out and keep in shape and so on and so forth. And then you go to the gym every day and you see girls that work out and that are really into it. Some of them might be pro like yourself, and some of them might not. And they don't acknowledge you. They don't say hello to you. You're pretty much invisible to them, And then Justin Rodriguez walks in, and it's, they're dying to have a conversation with him, and they're all like, "Oh, it's Justin." Oh, and all the other guys are like, "Oh, well, excuse the shit out of me." So are you one of those girls, or are you nice to everybody else?
Oh, literally, yeah. I like chatting. I love training, but I like talking a lot as well. So I'll chat to anyone that will listen to me.
Let's see about that.
But,
yeah,
obviously I train hard, but yeah. No, I'm not like that at all.
Listen to this. This is God's honest true story. Okay, I swear to God. Not kidding. I'm not kidding. True story. My wife owns a hair salon, right? She has a hair salon, nail salon. Right next door is a bakery. Okay. And the girl that owns the bakery, she's very nice. She always says hello to me. She goes to my wife's place and gets her hair done and nails done and all that crap. And then when I go in there, she's very nice. And she has a girl that works for her. I'm not going to name names because there's several girls that work for her. They don't watch my channel. They just don't. So I'll go in there, and like if I go visit my wife like on a weekend when I'm not working or whatever, and then I go to the bakery next door because it's all like protein bakery stuff, and I'll
really
it's pretty cool. It's actually really good. And
wow.
Yeah, I'll go next door and I'll see the girl, at the girl that works for her, and she'll say hi, hey John, how you doing, blah blah, and whatever, so on and so forth. And then that girl goes to the same gym as I go to, and I will be literally 3 feet away from her, and she ignores me like I don't exist. And I'm literally looking at her like, and she just walks on by.
Do you know what though?
Don't say she's oblivious. Don't say she's oblivious, because when Justin Rodriguez walks in there, she's not oblivious. Right? When Akeem Williams is there, she's not oblivious. Only with me.
Sometimes you just zone out though. You're in your own little world, and maybe that's what's happening.
No, she's a snob. No, she's a bitch. That's really what happens.
I'm too low down in pro league to be like that. When I get higher up, maybe I'll say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I'll message you when you win the Olympia Wellness, and I'll message you, hey, and you'd be like, I only do Generation I, and excuse me. Yeah.
No, I would never be like that.
Thank you very much. So are you ever planning on coming to the States for?
I would actually love to compete in the States. Like. That would just be amazing, because I don't know, everything's just so much bigger and better, isn't it? In America.
Yeah. Have you ever gone to the Olympia or the Arnold Classic? And it's ridiculous.
No. I've only been to America once. That was to New York, and that was a very long time ago now. So
yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I live 20 minutes from New York.
What's that?
I live like a half hour from New York City.
Oh, really? Yeah. I loved it, but that was nothing to do with bodybuilding then. But yeah, I would love to compete there one day, but I need to get good first. I would only go there if I was bringing something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But you have plenty of time. You've only turned pro 2 years ago, not even.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so you got plenty of time to improve and whatnot. And do you do you have a coach or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, and is
coach.
Okay. Do you want to give
Rob,
her a
Team
him?
LRF.
Oh, Rob, what is it?
It's Rob Witt from Team LRF.
Okay, I don't know who that is. There's so many coaches. I have no idea. There's too many freaking
He's
coaches.
like he's the best in the UK.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Then
he's turned the most number of people pro. He's got the most.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a very good record.
Oh, yeah. Good. And is he very, no pun intended, is he very hands-on? I don't mean it literally, but I mean, he's not,
No, he's very good. Yeah.
He's very
good. I mean, he got me a pro card, so yeah. I mean,
all right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
My off season's going really well, so.
Yeah, because that's good. There are some coaches that they like literally, like you just email them pictures and they go, okay, do this, and then I'll see you next week, and they're like, okay. And then there are other coaches that literally take you by the hand, so it all depends, I guess. And it also depends on what you react better to.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, do you need a cheerleader or do you need somebody that's like, Mel, you look like shit?
No, I just need someone just to give me instruction, and I just do it. Like, that's how I operate.
Yeah, I need a cheerleader. When I used to compete, I do. I need a cheerleader because you always think you look like shit. You know what I mean? Well, I always thought.
Oh yeah, when you're on prep, you're like that. Yeah, you just messes with your mind. But
yeah, and my wife is no help. When I used to compete, my wife would be like, "You look fine."
She doesn't tell you look good.
Yeah, no, not at all. She's like, "You're fine." I don't know what the hell your problem is, and I'm like, "Oh, just give me like say give me look, you're gonna win." And she's like, "No." So I always had I only had 2 coaches. I didn't do it for that long. I did like 4 shows, and then I'm like, "This is ridiculous. I'm gonna get killed."
I've only had 2 coaches as well.
Oh yeah, and one guy was a big cheerleader. And the other guy wasn't much of a cheerleader, but he was just a lot more like detailed oriented, But he was the guy that was like, all right, do A, B, and C, and I'll see you next week. And I'd be like, okay. The other guy was like, do A, B, and C, and wow, look at the improvements you're making. You look fantastic. And I used to be like, oh, thank you.
I like
that. Shit. All right, Mel. So what's on the agenda for the rest of it? Because over there, it's like what, almost 6:30, 7 o'clock over there.
Yeah, I was at a posing seminar today, so yeah, I only got back recently.
Okay.
Yeah, then I guess I'll eat for the rest of the evening after this.
That's good. Well, listen, I want to keep in touch, and if you, when you compete in the States, let me know. And then maybe, if you compete at the New York Pro, because I always go to the New York Pro because it's not far from me.
Oh my God, that would be insane. That would be an amazing competition to do.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, because the New York Pro
maybe next year.
Yeah, I think Arnold is invite only, right? Yeah, the Arnold's invite only, and the Olympia you have to qualify. But I think the New York Pro you could just kind of register and go, yeah. And so if you do that, then I'll be there this year with a friend of mine. And if you do that, then I'll go and I'll interview you like I'm like RX Muscle, and I'm like,
oh my God, I need that. I want that.
Yeah. But by that point, like I said, by that point you'll be so big, you'll only be doing interviews with.
Well, he's hoping maybe after this, your 7 subscribers will blow up. There'll be.
I hope so. They'll be like,
thousands.
Wow. Yeah, they'll be like, well, that wellness girl is smoking hot. Let me subscribe. All right. Maybe
you'll have even less. It could go the other way.
I doubt that very, very much. The only way I would have less is if I asked you to give us a glute shot. Like that would probably be the only way. People are like, oh, they would cancel me or something like that. But all right, Mel, thank you very much. I really appreciate you doing this. And I will let you know as soon as it's out. I will send it to you. Oh, and you got to send me. Well, I could just take a picture from your Instagram, but send me a picture that you like. So I'll put it on as my thumbnail, whatever picture you like. You don't have to, whatever you want, and because I got to put it up as a thumbnail, and I'm going to be like, interview with Mel Maguire, IFBB Pro Wellness Division. All right.
I will do.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, we'll definitely do it again. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Maybe before my pro show or after my pro show.
Definitely. When is your pro show again?
November.
Oh, definitely.
27th. Alicante, big man weekend.
Oh, that's right. Okay. If you want to do it right before, we can. I don't know what kind of shape you'll be in. I mean, mentally, because I know you guys are drained a week or two before. It's tough. But otherwise, you do it right after, because then you'll be fat and happy all over again, and you'll be willing.
Fat and happy.
Yeah, you'll be fat and happy again right afterwards. We'll definitely keep in touch, Mel.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.